Hi, my name is William Metcalf, and today we're talking about what is an asset allocation. When people think of investing, often you think about what stock to pick, or maybe cryptocurrency to pick, or what index fund to pick, and that's a part of an asset allocation. But I want to give you a little bit more of a definition of what that is. Basically, it is essentially how your portfolio is divided amongst different types of assets. So that could be like stocks, bonds, crypto, cash, alternatives like private credit or potentially real estate. All of those things depend on the percentage weighting that they're in your portfolio is the asset allocation. So an example, that the classic example of this is a 60% stock to 40% fixed income portfolio, right? This is an important concept to understand because it does drive how the allocation performs, and it does matter in the grand scheme of things. And so there's a couple reasons why this matters. And one is because it drives portfolio behavior, and that can be expected return. Obviously a more aggressive portfolio typically yields a higher return, and it also has a higher volatility. So that's what I mean when I say the behavior of the portfolio. The second reason is that it manages risk. So depending on your time horizons or your age, or what that account or that portfolio is being invested for, that will determine essentially how much risk you have. And that's probably another video. But and then the third thing here is that it keeps you disciplined. And what that means is, let's just say you had a large percentage of your allocation invested in NVIDIA 5 years ago or something like that. Now, obviously, the last 5 years, that stock has gone crazy. What an asset allocation does is it helps keep you disciplined. And so instead of holding on to that and letting your portfolio get way out of whack in terms of the amount of stock you have, because NVIDIA has become such a large percentage, essentially we're trimming it back to the target of the allocation. So say your target allocation was 60% stock. Let's say NVIDIA went crazy and then it's 80% stock. We're going to be trimming back down to 60% stock to keep you disciplined. And that's just to maintain that target allocation, which is driven based off of the things I mentioned previously, like your goals and your time horizon. Essentially, an allocation should match the investor. And that's going off of some of the things I just mentioned previously, like your goals, your time horizon, your age, risk capacity. All of those things are part of the decision that drives how you choose your asset allocation. So if you're not sure how to do that, obviously we can help you here at Wiser Wealth. We look forward to working with you if that's the route you decide to go. So thank you, and have a great day.